Hi, my name is Stacia and I'm a student at the University of Maryland in College Park. There I'm an active member of an organization called the Peace Forum, and I'm the president of Students for Sensible Drug Policy, as she said. Promoting global peace and reducing the harms caused by the drug war are two issues that I'm so glad Kevin stands for. It's refreshing to see a candidate who is rational and knowledgeable when it comes to these subjects. As a young activist, I admire Kevin a great deal for the decades of dedication and hard work he's put towards creating a more peaceful and just society. I know how difficult it is to stand up for something the majority might not believe in. The fact of the matter is that the general public is simply blind to the current government's ulterior motives behind these two immoral, unjust, and ultimately failed wars. I was only 14 years old when I watched the World Trade Center buildings crash and burn. At the time, I was too young to even question the government's actions that followed, which would eventually lead us into the war in Iraq. But now, as a young adult, I'm realizing that I've been lied to about our country's reasons for waging war. I attribute my motivation to seek the truth to people like Kevin, who are committed to spreading real knowledge that every American citizen, every human being, is entitled to. In my quest for truth, I came to learn of the appalling injustices that are happening to our own people, particularly our young people, as a result of America's drug war. When grossly violent crimes are occurring so frequently, both in and out of the United States, it is appalling to see such a large amount of the government's funds going towards arresting and prosecuting occasional drug users. This country has a serious problem with drug abuse that must be dealt with, but certainly not by putting young people behind bars. Rather, we must approach drug use as a public health issue by spending our resources on those with real drug addictions who truly need treatment. Currently, in the state of Maryland, if a student is convicted of any drug charge, even as minor as possession of a small amount of marijuana, he or she is rendered automatically ineligible for federal financial aid as a part of the Higher Education Act aid elimination penalty. These young people are not given a second chance to learn from their mistakes, but rather presented with enormous obstacles that they must overcome in order to gain their education. It is imperative that these terrible harms created by the failed war on drugs are stopped. Kevin is the only candidate that realizes this horrible mockery of freedom and justice. The last thing our people need is another war, and all too often that is the current administration's answer to many of our problems. Students for Sensible Drug Policy is an organization that promotes an open, honest, and inclusive dialogue on alternatives to current drug policies. Last week, Kevin attended one of our weekly SSDP meetings in College Park, and I've heard nothing but positive, excited reactions from my chapter members. He has truly inspired me and other young people to keep fighting for what we believe in. He has given us hope that we might one day be able to see a future in which our government is led by someone we can trust. We need Kevin in office because this country that we live in today is too often run by individuals who are corrupt, greedy, cold, and deceptive. His dedication to being an honest, sincere, and compassionate leader is a long overdue breath of fresh air that is absolutely critical if we aspire to live our lives in a land of the people, in a society that promotes peace, freedom, liberty, and justice for all. Thank you.